My mother always taught me you cannot trust your sister. Around your friends, around your man, she's the enemy. So I grew up not knowing and understanding the importance of sisterhood.
I require is a friend that's going to reciprocate the same thing. When we walk into the room, we're bosses. If I'm getting therapy, you going to get some. My friends got to be getting therapy too. If we getting God, you got to be getting God too. Yep. So I just feel like if I have a friend and is not on the same, at least on the same foundation as me, I can't.
Women are the highest next to children for depression, mental illness, things of that nature. So things come at us that our men counterparts don't have to deal with. So you want to hold room and space for that too, because you don't know what your sister is going through. So don't be like, oh, she ain't check on me this week. She know my birthday was this week. Maybe sis,
life be life.
It's lifing for her.
What's up, beautiful people? It's your girl PatriaSpeaks
and Shaniya,
and we're back having real conversations
with real people.
What's up, girl?
Hi. Look, first of all, Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year. I'm so excited that it's 2025.
I'm excited to be back.
Girl, when I tell you I was missing you, girl.
Look, I was here in spirit.
Listen, you definitely was, and I'm so excited for you to be here today.
Thank you.
Definitely missed you, and we're about to get into it.
Look, we have a great topic to talk about today, you guys. So I'm super excited.
Yeah, super excited about it. And it's definitely an episode that's going to be memorable because it's a lot of us as women are kind of like struggling with this whole thing of sisterhood and what it looks like for us, and the loyalty and the what you should be to me, and things like that, and even setting boundaries in friendships,
right?
And sisterhoods. I don't think that we set enough boundaries, and then when we do set boundaries, it's kind of unexpected for certain people. But we're gonna get all into that. We're gonna get all into it. But friend, before how we do, before we get into it, we check on each other's mental. We have to do that.
We have to.
So how are you, friend?
I'm feeling amazing. Okay, refreshed, rejuvenated. Okay. I'm just, like I said, I'm just very grateful to be here. I know y'all see the new look.
Listen.
Get into the haircut.
She's giving it, honey. She's serving it.
I'm here for the rebrand. I'm here for elevation. I'm here for just growth and just maturing and just being the woman that I'm supposed to be.
Yes.
So thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm doing absolutely amazing. 2025 has definitely been showing out.
Okay.
It's been showing out. God has been showing out.
Share your testimony.
Listen, I was listening to my song. I forgot her name, but she was saying how 2020, I had planted so many seeds in 2020. This was during COVID. And when I tell you from 2024 to 2025, I am seeing the harvest. I am reaping the sow. Right. Okay. Yes, and I am so excited for it. Definitely getting into this new thing of getting out there and showing out and showing up.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what we do, and that's what we on.
Hello.
Let's get into it.
Let's get it.
But we got a good guest coming on.
Super excited.
Super, super excited. She's going to sit down with us, and we're going to talk about sisterhood, what it looks like for her, what it looks like for us. And we got some great questions. So make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and you hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time we upload a video. So let's get into the video. What's up, beautiful people? So our next guest we have today is one of the most extraordinary, amazing women. I'm so glad to have her on the podcast. Super excited. And guys, guess what? I brought my co-host back, Shaniya. She's here, and we're going to have so much fun. But without further ado, let me go ahead and introduce my guest. Dr. Tahira Lee, the Real Hope Doc. Dr. Lee is a motivational speaker, author, self-development coach, a dedicated youth and mental health advocate. She is also the co-founder and CEO of the Hope House organization, an incredible organization dedicated to empowering lives and building stronger communities. Now, my friend, Dr. Lee, has a passion for helping others achieve greater success. That has been her life's work for over a decade, y'all. A decade. Super excited. Beyond her professional accolades, Dr. Lee shares a beautiful spiritual partnership and friendship with her husband, Mr. Beautiful, Tariq Lee, and they have been together for nearly 2 decades of marriage. Joy of raising 6 amazing kids. I'm not going to say all their names, but she is originally from 29 Palms, California. She's here in Atlanta. I get the pleasure of having her here. And also, she is in Florida as well. She also did TED Talks. If you guys know about that, y'all got to go on her page and look her up. But without further ado, let's welcome her in. Everybody give a big round of applause. Make sure you throw those hearts. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time your girl uploads a video. But let's get into this episode.
So, how are you?
Listen, I am just glad to be here.
Of course, we're happy that you're here.
Yes.
I'm super excited to jump into the topic about sisterhood. And so I just want to know, what does sisterhood mean to you?
Sisterhood means that not every time that I call you, you're going to be there, but you at least are there. You're present. Mm-hmm. You might not be able to get in your car and come to where I'm at, but you can listen, mm-hmm. and you can give good advice, or you can just pray with me. You know, mm-hmm. Sisterhood is just you being exactly who you say you are, being authentic.
I like that. Yeah. I can agree. I feel like what sisterhood means to me is just showing up for me. Showing up in ways that is needed. Because I understand that people need love in different forms and different ways. Yeah. And when I tell people, like, look, this is what I need as X, Y, and Z, show up for me. Support me. Respect me, respect the boundaries that I have. And it's not because I'm trying to be snobby, but this is how I would like to be treated. Treat me this way. And I think it's very important to have those type of bonds with women because we are a tribe. We are a huge group, a community. Black women within itself, we go through so much and we don't need to be tearing each other down. And I think sisterhood is very important to have those strong bonds because when you don't have nobody, you always have your homegirl.
That part. And I think it goes back to, the way that I was raised. Mm-hmm. My mother was very controlling. There were 7 of us, no one in, no one out. So I did not learn the importance of sisterhood until I got grown and left the house. Because my mother always taught me, you cannot trust your sister. You cannot trust another woman around your friends, around your man. She's the enemy. So I grew up not knowing and understanding the importance of sisterhood.
And how did that affect you with having that pre-notion already placed on you as a young girl? Your mom is telling you this, and then you finally get older and you're just like, well, God. Mom, this is not what you told me this would be like. How did that affect you with relationships in your life?
It was terrifying. Mm-hmm. It was terrifying. I was the child that said, hey, I knew at a very early age that I was going to be an entrepreneur. I told my mother in 8th grade, I'm going to take over the world. I'm going to have all these empires. I'm going to do this and that and whatever. She said, baby, you could do whatever you want to do. Mm-hmm. And so when I graduated high school, got into college, I was not trying to befriend females. Mm. I'm a tomboy at heart. Mm-hmm. So I had a bunch of dude friends.
Right.
Because in my mind, it was like, oh, stranger danger. That's a woman. Mm-hmm. She's not going to be your friend. She's going to talk about you. She's going to try to take your man.
Right. Right.
So I had to really redefine what female friendships was to me. And it was when a coworker at one of my earlier jobs, that was like, hey, why are you so closed off? I'm just really trying to be your friend. Like, she was really trying so hard. Mm-hmm. And I just gave her a chance. And I had the epiphany that maybe my mother was wrong. Mm-hmm. And that's when I started the journey of healing and just unlearning and relearning. And I started to give I got burnt now. Several times.
No, I get that. Look.
Several.
Okay, I get it. I understand.
But I'm just very thankful that I gave it an opportunity because I wouldn't be the woman that I am today if it was not for my sisters.
Hello, share your testimony. Like, you ain't never wrong.
Okay.
But no, I get it, though. I want to say that's very beautiful and very admirable because, like I said, we get taught and placed these just negative notions on ourselves when we're like kids, right? And then those type of negative notions can hold us back from beautiful experiences. You went through all those years because of what your mother told you, and all it took was for you to take the initiative just to be open. It was like, look, you know what? I'm gonna give this a try.
Yeah.
And then look at you now. You're like, look, I have so many girlfriends.
Yes.
I have these strong bonds. And because I was willing to step out of my comfort zone, because I was willing to take that leap of faith, and because you're so transparent, you understood, like, look, I did get hurt. I did get burnt.
I did.
But because you're so open, you was able to create those beautiful bonds with women. And I love that. And so going into the next topic, I want to know, how do you define it in your relationships with other women?
So I define it as, is it reciprocal, right? Because I believe that life gives to the giver and takes from the taker. And that's in all relationships, business, personal, your children, your spouse, your partner, whatever. Like, am I giving and also receiving? So when I look at my friendships, my sisterhoods, is it one way? Am I the only one calling you, checking up on you, sending you the gift for your birthday, for your anniversary, showing up at your event?
It gets draining when your cup is empty. I'm pouring too much.
That part.
Okay.
So if it's not, it don't always have to be a 50-50, but it has to be something, right? Because sometimes I'm going to give 70 and you'll give 30. Or is that the right math? I'm not a mathematician.
No, you're fine. No, you're fine.
I think that's 90.
No, you're fine.
No, that's 100. Okay, listen. But you get to pick. Sometimes it's not. But I say I give 100, you give 100. That's really what it is. Two wholes coming together and meeting in the middle. But it's not always like that, because life happens, illness happens, finances happen, depression happens. You know, I don't know if you're aware of this, but women are the highest next to children for depression, mental illness, things of that nature. So things come at us that our men counterparts don't have to deal with.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's all those things that come into place. So you want a whole room and space for that too, because you don't know what your sister is going through. So don't be like, oh, she ain't check on me this week. She know my birthday was this week. Maybe sis,
life be life.
It's lifing for her.
Life be life. And sometimes you don't know how to explain that to your homegirl. Like, look, I am getting beat up left or right. Okay. I'm drowning here. And don't take it personal. I still love you.
Right.
But, you know, I understand that, honestly and truly. Even with when I redefine my friendships, I had to understand that each person that I come across helps me with different things within myself. Like, I have a homegirl. We good with going to different bars, you know? Sometimes you're just that homegirl. You got that homegirl where I can pray with you. Let me bring my Bible over and let me pray with you. Yeah. I have one homegirl, we do exercising together. Like, I realized, like, you don't have to have that all-around friend. And I was having those issues when I was younger. I'm like, you're not hitting all the spots that I need, but I'm like, it's okay, because that's when you start putting people in their own category and you still love them equally. You still can come by, you can still hang out and have those relationships and villages. It's just, you know, I just want you to treat me and love me in a certain way, just as well as I will reciprocate it to you. And even going with what you were saying about, like, you know, the 70 and I think you said 30, right?
7:30. Sometimes I'm giving 70,
but
you're giving 30.
Exactly. And sometimes there will be times where I may have to do 100%.
Absolutely.
And there's times where it may be 50-50. Like, I genuinely do feel like, as us women, we don't treat our friendships as like relationships. Like, I feel like when it pertaining to men, we treat our relationships better than our homegirls. And it's like, no, you have to treat it as a relationship. I have to check on you. I have to plan dates. I have to make sure your mental is okay. We have to treat it just like a relationship, because I care about you and I love you. So absolutely. I agree with you on that.
And then expectations, right? That's
expectations.
That is the like killer of all relationships. Like, if we can drop the expectations and just show up how I am, right? Just worry about you, your half. Oh, if I do this, I expect you to do that. That is the thief of all joy. Expectations. Because you can't see their mind. You're not them. You are you. So you can't say, hey, well, because I'm this way, that I'm going to hold you to that standard. No, we're all different for a reason.
And that's where communication come in at.
Yeah.
Communication, and I had to understand that some people are afraid to have those uncomfortable conversations. You stay in relationships so long, too long at that, and you're unhappy because you're like, well, why does she keep stepping over my boundaries? Or why is she not respecting me? It's because you're not speaking up, friend. Like, it's okay to lose people, but if that was your real friend, they will respect your boundaries and they will stick it out with you. And I feel like there's so many layers to just keep having a solid friend group or just a friend in general. We have to start with being open, transparent, being who you are. Don't have this fake facade. If you know you don't wake up at 8 a.m. on the dot to go work out with your friend and you hate it, you need to be honest.
Right.
You know? But that's where it starts, when you start being open and transparent and exercising your boundaries. So I do agree with it.
Yes. Know thyself and to thyself be true, right? Because if you're not authentically you, if you don't know who you are and what your purpose is, how can you dare to venture to show up fully in a relationship? So it starts with self.
I love that.
It starts with self.
It does. It does.
So that's the first key. Because people out here trying to be in a relationship, this and that, and they don't even know who they are. You trying to grab at straws, but you out here in La La Land and you don't even know what your favorite color is, what triggers you, what motivates you, and you just I want to have a friend. I'm just so thirsty for friendship, for relationship.
You waking
Get
it
to know
up.
yourself first.
You waking it up. Thank you.
It's foundation for a reason. You build on, anything you build, you want to make sure that foundation is strong.
I love that.
It's gonna crumble.
Yes, ma'am.
Not 10 times out of 10.
Exactly. Okay. Well, thank you. So our next question is, I want to know, how do you navigate conflict or misunderstandings within sisterhood while maintaining trust, love, and mutual respect?
That's such a great question. I think the main thing is to not run from the conflict, right? You got to put on your big girl pants and have the difficult conversations. I actually did a podcast about difficult conversations. And a lot of times we shy away from that because of fear. We don't want to be rejected. We're afraid of what the other person's going to say. But when you show up as who you are and you're in your authentic walk, you have to say the things that are going to be discomfortable. Not going to be comfortable, right? So just speak up. Say what it's about, how you say it, right? The delivery. You don't have to go in the hey, I appreciate your friendship, but I have some things that I want to get off my chest. Is this a good time? You ask for the permission. Is this a good time? Because it might not be a good time for the other person.
Right.
And you just say, okay, when you you did X, Y, Z, it made me feel this way. Can we talk about it? Just honesty, transparent.
Those are very important key components that's required in a relationship, regardless of what the dynamic looks like. I mean, we do need openness, transparency, honesty, putting your heart out there. We're not going to do the bickering, the back and forth, the passive aggressiveness, wanting someone to read between the lines. It's exhausting. Let me know what is needed. Tell me what's wrong so I can figure out how to treat you better. Even then, I feel like people lack comprehension skills. Okay, there's so many misunderstandings. And it's a lot of people that's avoidant. We talk about avoidant people that doesn't want to have those uncomfortable conversations, but it's very important that we do, because if you want that relationship to last, we have to have that conversation. There's just no way around it, because if you run from it, it's going to always be tension. It's going to always be uncomfortable. It's going to always feel unauthentic. And the whole point is just to have that open door policy with your friend. And you just tell, like, look, I love you. I'm having a tough time. Can you give me some space? Can I come back around to this conversation? It's just about also having that maturity.
Yes.
So I love that. Thank you for letting me know that. And then the next question that I want to dive into is, in what ways can sisterhood empower women to heal, grow, and thrive collectively? And what role do you personally play in fostering that dynamic?
Ooh, okay, that's a great question.
So it's a two-part question. I'll repeat it. Look, I'll repeat it one more time. So, in what ways can sisterhood empower women to heal, grow, and thrive collectively? I'm sorry.
Collaboration is the key. That is a new currency.
I like that.
Relationship currency is like, you could be a wealthy woman if you have friends that are smarter than you, that are not gatekeepers, that will share the information, share the knowledge. You know what I mean?
I love that.
So that is the fastest way to growth. Is to take someone that's already been there, done that, wrote the story, read the book, wrote the book, and say, here go the outline. Just do X, Y, and Z. Right?
Yes.
Some people are gatekeepers, though. I don't really appreciate that.
Hello, I know too many gatekeepers.
Yeah, I'd be like, how'd you get
You're
this?
not girls.
200, like, I want to get, like, we got the same type of foundation. Like, what's going on? So, you know, but your tribe will find you. You know, you don't have to find your tribe. Your tribe will find you because like attracts like. Okay, I believe in the law of attraction. I don't know if you do. So
I do.
You just be who you are, and the universe will fall in line.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. And then the second part was, what role do you personally play in fostering their dynamic?
Well, first of all, I'm not a gatekeeper.
Hello. Okay. Can you repeat it one more time?
I am. As soon as I got this grant. Oh, hey, everybody in my network. Hey, go apply right now. Wells Fargo is giving these 10 G's. Okay, to a business like ours because we're women entrepreneurs. I'm not a gatekeeper. You know, information that I get that help me, I feel like, okay, if it helped me, it'll help somebody else in my network. So I share it, you know. I participate in as many communities as I can that help and empower, inspire women. I'm part of the CEO Chicks Network. I'm part of the Future Rich Aunties. You know, I was like, dang, Future Rich Aunties, I'm getting up there. I'm an auntie now. You know, I'm 44 years old. You know what I mean?
Beautiful.
So,
you're beautiful.
I'm part of the Forbes Black community. I've spoken for them on numerous occasions. So I put myself out there. You know, I help. Somebody comes say, hey, can you help me? Can you mentor me? Girl, if you can find space on my calendar, I will do it. Just get on there before somebody else does. You know what I mean? Because I'm a busy person, but if I'm available, I'm going to help because I am called to serve, not to sit. You know, and I feel like, you know, to be a blessing is a blessing. So,
I love that. I love that. I love that. I think it's just very important to understand your role and how you're able to contribute to relationships and women, just even then just being who you are. Like, you have so many organizations, so many things that you do for yourself, and because you're so talented, you're able to bless other women. You don't have to conform and be someone that you're not, just because, like, God blessed you with the opportunity to have, you know, the platform that you have. And because of that, you're able to shed that light and pass it on to other women. I think that's very beautiful. So I definitely do agree with you, and I do appreciate you answering all of my questions.
Yes, thank you so much.
Of course.
What's up, beautiful people? It's your girl, PatriaSpeaks, and I'm back with another announcement, y'all. You have been pulling up on me. You've been asking me, Patria, how do I start a podcast? How do I gain followers? How do I network my podcast? Well, your girl has came up with an ebook just for you. Now, this is the ultimate step-by-step. I'm telling you guys, I have given you all of the knowledge that I have to produce. As you guys can see, I have grown so much, and I don't want to be a gatekeeper. I want to give you the information. So make sure you purchase this. I'm telling you on what type of equipment to get. I'm telling you how to get your first interview, even how to create your first episode on audio, or even if it's visuals. I got you, okay? So make sure you purchase this ebook, How to Start, Launch, and Grow Your Podcast. The link is down below. Also, once you produce your first episode, you will be able to join the Podcaster Circle, where you get to meet some extraordinary podcasters where they can give you some tips and tricks, as well as networking your podcast. So make sure you click the link down below so that you can get your book. And I love you guys so much. Be beautiful, be blessed. It's your girl, PatriaSpeaks. Hey, sis.
Hey.
How are you?
Listen, I'm blessed by the best. I'm just so happy to see you. It's been a minute.
I know it's been such a long time, but I'm telling you, I'm so happy that you're here. You're so amazing.
Aww.
You're so amazing.
Tissue at? You have me crying already?
I'm trying to take my time and not get emotional, y'all, because this sister here has been, when I tell you she shows up for you at the time that you need her to come, she shows up. She gonna call you. She gonna celebrate you. One thing about my sis, she celebrates me. She makes sure she shouts me out. Sometimes I feel bad because I'm not like how she is with me, but she's been that since day one. Since day one. And what I mean about day one, this woman I met on Instagram.
On Instagram.
I met her on Instagram. I had a motivational, at the time I was getting into my coaching, and I did like a motivational meme or whatever, like, you know how you do like a voiceover or whatever. And she commented, she was like, I'm so proud of you. Stick into it, do your thing. I'll show you guys a clip of the video as well as the comment that she did.
My condolences to anyone who's ever lost me, and to anyone who got lost in me, or to anyone who ever felt they took a loss with me, my apologies for the misunderstanding or the lack thereof. I'm sorry you missed the God in me, and I'm sorry you missed the light. I'm sorry you forgot the way I arose.
And just from day one, she's just been showing up and really showing out for me. Even when I least expected, I remember times where I'm behind the scenes, because, you know, you be on Instagram and Facebook, but people really don't know what you're suffering behind the mic.
Yeah, that part.
They don't know. They don't understand. Friends don't understand. They don't understand the process or anything like that. But you come at the right time. God uses you when I need you.
Aww.
So I'm so excited.
I love you so much. I'm so proud of you. Like you said, the very first time I said, you gave me chills, because it was so authentic. The way that you said your message and the way you were motivating people. I said, she is the gift. She is the blessing.
Thank you.
And you just deserve all the flowers. All the flowers. So here you go. All of them.
Look, I'm passing it back to you as well. I will say, you are amazing out here. Like, I'm not the only person she pulled up on Instagram. It pulled up and will motivate every woman who encounters her. So it's very... I wouldn't say weird, but it was kind of like, what? You had trouble like back in the day, you know, with your mom and stuff, because you represent sisterhood so well. Yes. And then being in the organization that you're in, many organizations that you're in that represent women, I'm like, how is that even possible? Like, you just grew into that. That was your thing. Just like you said, that was a gift that I had. Yes. You have a gift. And I'm just happy that you're stepping out and really encouraging women and inspiring women, because like I said, you come at the right time. God uses you. So I'm so excited for you.
Now, I'm reach out to everybody. I'm just letting you know you are special.
Listen.
You're special now. I just want to let you know, I got a lot of associates. I got a lot of sisters.
Okay.
You are my sister. I can count them on probably a hand.